Set to kick off.
The Browns kicker, Cody Parkey, all set, and off we go from First Energy Stadium. This is DJ Reed returning. And he's up across the 25 and... Down at the 28.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Carson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down.
Now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Carson, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
41-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Zone now. Here's Wilson on first down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Valor out of the backfield. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Now it's Carson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Carson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing.
And this time he is in. Chris Carson taking it in. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. He'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And now we'll hook up downfield on 2nd down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And it is caught at the 7. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Here's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Third and long, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Browns 7. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 27, Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wilson on first down, eluding the pressure right. He's going to Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. On third down, Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Wilson will throw again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
First down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Lockett. Incomplete.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns take over first and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Less than a yard.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run. Chubb. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. On second and 11 now. Mayfield throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down.
Rippon there defensively.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. That's caught at the 25. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll get 34 yards there.
24-yard line.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. The tackle made by Benson Mayowa. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
21-yard line.
Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. Second and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That is caught inside the 5. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll try to run with Hunt. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line. A pickup of 2.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this time he is in. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns are back within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 73 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the numbers here don't lie. According to the next-gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour. The Browns drive about to get started. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 72 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And his kick is right through.
Browns 21.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Seahawks 24.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 2nd down.
Grant Delpit on the coverage.
Throwing again. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Sheldon Richardson never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. 1st and 10, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run for Nick Chubb, and once again the Browns are back in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Forced out to his left. And this one's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And it's caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Wilson wants to throw it. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At their 49-yard line.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Natson, a 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
He'll take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This is miserable.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in the blood.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. There's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Harrison Butker set to get us started. It's 2 AFC powerhouses, the Chiefs and Ravens, underway in Baltimore. Wishing he had a moment. Again, that's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going to run, but Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Steps away. This is caught. Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 29 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Okafor able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
To number 48.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Mahomes now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Shotgun Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Well, I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long, and this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score, Chiefs 7.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Kansas City.
Play action, it's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That is caught left side by Bryant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tano passing yo. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they just...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. A huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he stopped immediately there. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 30.
To throw again. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Baltimore, 1st down.
They'll run with Dobbins. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Dez Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And this one through the uprights and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he got blown up on that play, back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, 49 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to settle them.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Brings up from the gun. Jackson flushed out right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got Rome. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 53 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker now for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter.
14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Gets this one to Hill. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get that to Edwards and Lair out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Mahomes to throw once more. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
How you leave a receiver of that caliber that wide open on that play is absolutely beyond me. You've watched tape. You've gone over the scouting report. Your first move should be double or triple him and make sure someone else doesn't beat you.
Well, especially on 3rd down. That's what's really baffling.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Bell. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. Here we go. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite,
but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Man, I've seen that play a couple of times already.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.